Yeah, but for sure, yeah, there is that's true. We spoke about the fight, and we are negotiating about the fight, and yeah, Paulo Costa is one of the name.
There you go. Mr. Prochazka, welcome back, my friend. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great, great right now. After training, after visiting my baby at home, and enjoy the time in here in Czech Republic, because it's right now starting the really good weather here, and I'm going to sauna to be ready for the next day, and
Nice.
settling right now. I'm settling all these things in my house, in my garden dojo,
Yeah.
to be ready for a full camp.
I gotta ask, all right. Any because you keep hinting, teasing us about maybe a middleweight debut or something in UFC. Is that still a possibility, or staying at light heavyweight?
Right now, I'm staying in light heavyweight. Yeah.
I'm hearing some fight rumors. Anything you can talk about?
This is the funniest age in the internet, because everybody believed in even the small talk about something. So this is a very strange age and weird, because nobody just using a true information, just a lot of speculation. Everybody saw some speculation about the Costa in the internet. Yeah, but for sure, yeah, there is that's true. We spoke about the fight, and we are negotiating about the fight, and yeah, Paulo Costa is one of the name we are
Okay.
talking about.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Costa is just coming up to the light heavyweight division. How do you see a matchup with him? We doing this for Brazil, so Costa is a very loved and a very hated guy in Brazil at the same time. Like I don't know how to explain. Like but but he brings numbers because people who hate
Yeah,
them
true.
will come to watch as well. So it's a very funny situation with him. But how do you see his style against your style, and how do you see a matchup like that? Is a matchup you like?
For sure. I like the opponents like this, because it's stylistically, I like him, like by his style, and how he's improving, or how he's improving what he showed in a fight, because it's I don't want to say it's something, the keys what I see,
Of course, of course.
but for his style, I have keys
Cool,
to
cool.
unlock it.
He's a guy who likes to come forward and fight too. Like he's not like
Yeah,
he's not like a conservative guy, right? Like that they'll try to pass the time and win by points. He's a guy who comes forward. So and you are a guy who comes forward. Look, guide me through that chaotic fight. We were supposed to meet in Miami. I didn't even feel like I want you to have your moment. I had the my party hat ready to celebrate with you and everything. Right after the fight, you spoke about it. Looking at it now, did you watch the fight again, like recently, like in a different environment, and being able to analyze everything that happened, and what
for sure.
mistake what
I
mistakes you make?
yeah, I analyze a lot of things from the fight, but everything like really okay. So I agree with the fight, all these things. So, but right now I don't wanna. I push. I already overcome, and I took the best what I can learn from that fight. And right now we are here. I'm starting to prepare myself for the camp,
For a new
and
chapter kind of thing, right?
yes, a new chapter. So all these things is right now I already accepted, and I think right now I'm ready for a new chapter, for chapter one, about my fighting. And right now I don't know how much I have to change, but I will change in a fighting life, in personal life, and no, like I said, no, I don't want to say no mercy, but I'm that kind of person who loves
I
loves
know, and
people and all these things, and I don't want to kill these things inside of myself. But still, in a fighting, I have to change. That's all what I
yeah,
can say.
that's kind of what I want to touch, because like you're the type of martial artist that you follow like the martial arts code, right? Like, let's say jiu-jitsu, the guy taps, you let go, that kind of thing. So the no mercy thing, like in there's no room for that kind of. How do you change that? Because that's something so deep in you. But I think you also said that the main thing there, it was not even about mercy, it was losing your focus into going for the kill kind of thing, right?
That's right. That's right. That's totally right. Yeah, that was the main point. Yeah, I want to be right now. Really, I want to be focused for the future possibilities to be back, to be stronger, and to never repeat the mistakes what I made. So let's be focused for the best. Right now, I have just a plan about my camp in June. That's all what I can say.
Okay.
So all my plans right now is more about like to keep safe and happy my family.
How's dad's life, man? How's the new baby? How is this new routine for you? Like, how you adapting to all of that? You having fun?
Yeah, right now the 1 month back, like all the month was really tough, really tough. Really lot of changes. Like in home, you have to be. No, right now I have to be like useful at home. You need, but still I can't be without the training. So really early morning, I'm going to my forest dojo, and I train like till 9, 10, and then I'm going back to home to
Change
be
diapers?
changing diapers. Yeah, yeah, changing diapers, and do this all beautiful things with my daughter. Watch her how she's growing right now. Right now she's starting to use more her senses. So she recognized me. She started to use the eyes, and I see her, and she's seeing me right now, and it's beautiful, man. Really, it's really fascinating when the like your baby, something from you recognize you.
Yeah.
And you see in her, I see in her eyes like the essence of from myself, and it's beautiful feeling, really strong, powerful, and that's something what I think I really needed in life. Yeah.
It's love like you never felt before, right? Like I went through the same thing with my daughter. She's 14 now, and that look never changes. She will always look at you and admire you, and as long as you give back, of course. But it's fascinating. I can feel exactly what you're saying right now. It's beautiful. Like, nice.
That's right.
That's really cool. Look, we usually do a kind of like a funny thing. So I have some fighters. I'm gonna read the names, and you give them a score from 1 to 10.
Okay, how many fighters?
Not many. 2, 4, 6 fighters from your division.
Okay.
Okay.
From how much?
One to 10, whatever you feel.
1 to 10, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll start with Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker, 6.
Paulo Costa.
Costa, 7.
Khalil Roundtree.
Roundtree, 8.
Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill is 7 or 8, yes, 7.5.
Magomed Ankalaev.
Magomed Ankalaev is, I didn't train with him, or I didn't fight with him. So I think, but he's like 7'8", something like that.
Carlos Zuberg.
Carlos Ruberg, wow, man. I have to give him like something like 8, yeah.
Okay. And Alex Pereira.
Alex, wow, 9 for
9.
sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Look, can we do 3 from middleweight? Khamzat Chimaev.
Khamzat, man. There's after his last fight and all these things around, man, he's still like 8, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland, yeah, same 8.
And Dricus Duplessis.
Ooh, 7.5. Yeah.
How'd you score this last fight, Strickland and Khamzat? Did you score for Strickland?
Me?
Yeah.
Me? Ooh, man, like, yeah, that was for Strickland, and I think Strickland, he had a chance to end the fight much earlier. He took himself like too much back.
Mm-hmm.
He was like I don't want to say afraid, but he took himself too much back. He needed to recognize that there is something wrong with Chimaev.
Yeah.
You know, and when you recognize something like that, you have to go and hunt the opponent. That's all, yeah.
Yeah, especially on the second round where he tries to take him down and he stuffs the takedown. He pulls guard. That I kind of like that was the moment, right? Like,
yeah,
so
yeah. Strickland was really ready and prepared to end the fight to end it much earlier. Yeah.
We are 1 day away from the UFC White House. You excited for that? Like, how do you see this event, this big event? Why are you not there, man?
Right now, because first I started my camp. Second, I have the family here, and I can't take them like right now to with myself. And I think it's for me. It's not so like so huge card. It's a great event. They made it from a lot of promo, lot of good promo for that event, but I will watch it from a distance. Yeah.
You're not. You really? I thought you'd be more excited for it, man. I thought you'd be more excited for it.
And like there is a three fights when I'm excited, but that's when I'm excited in normal cards. And this fight is like Pereira Gane, Topuria Gaethje, and Chandler versus Rufi.
Mauricio Rufi. Okay.
Mauricio Rufi. Yeah, these 3 fights I really want to see. And
so do it.
The special for me is not from the fight, because the fight for me is, these fights is like, for me, I see them like a regular fight, but the special is like it's White House and celebration and all these stuff around. So
yeah, I agree. I was talking about that yesterday. Like, I think we built so much expectation because Dana was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the greatest card in history." We had Donald Trump saying we're gonna have 9 title fights. I was making up title fights. I was like, who are they gonna fight?
This is what I'm talking about, because it was in the start was promoted like something was nobody ever seen, and nobody ever will see in the future, like for a long time. But right now it's like, oh sorry, right now it's like a card.
I agree.
Card.
I agree.
With the title fights, but for sure, really good matchup. Really good matchup for sure.
Yeah. So I want to pick your brain. We share the same sponsor now. Okay, the 1xBet. So I have some fights here for us to make a pick. Josh Hockett and Derek Lewis. Who do you think he wins?
Oh man, I think it will be in this fight. If it will be in some first rounds or in some early time of the fighting, it will be Lewis.
Hmm.
And I believe like it will goes for second round, third round. That will be in hook it. Yeah.
Okay, I hope not. He's such a pain in the ass. Because you had an interaction with this guy. Did you see that press conference yesterday? There's a talking over everyone. I feel it's so annoying. And how do you feel about like his character? Because he's playing like a role. He's not like that. He's just say, look, I gotta do this so people notice me.
This is what I told him. Like this is what I told him in Miami. Why? What are you doing? And he shake my hands. He started to shake my hands, and I just looked at him and I didn't understand like why he played these bullshit on before because there was a cameras.
Yeah.
So man, I'm tired of these words. Where is the like, where is just playing. You know, one thing is that we all know that we are playing this game here to each other, and I'm playing my character. But I'm living that, you know,
Exactly.
and just like be who you are. Don't do this actor bullshit because it's unnatural. Yeah.
And it's annoying. And the guy goes in there and he delivered great fights.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
For sure. Yeah.
Rise, like he's a guy who comes
Yeah.
in to fight and everything. But oh my God, stop with the craziness, right? Like, cause it's kind of ridiculous. And I love that you said we all playing characters here. Like you play the samurai type, right? And you live by that. Even Alex plays the quiet guy, the stoic figure and everything. But he's a chill guy. This guy goes all over the place. He was. I was waiting for Dana White to tell him to shut up yesterday, and nobody did. No one could answer one question without him interrupting. It was so annoying. He was so annoying. I was like, oh my god. But you know what? He gets what he wants.
Like
We're talking about the guy, right?
yeah, it's like you have a small child there. That's it.
Exactly. Mauricio Rufi and Michael Chandler. How
Yeah.
are the real chances for Michael Chandler in your eyes?
You know, I see a lot of chances in for Chandler, especially in the first round, because he have a lot of energy, a lot of focus, a lot of aggression and strength in the start of the fight. Rufi is like he have that focus long, and he's self confident, and he have a really good ability to show really good performance every time.
Yeah.
So this is the fight, and especially Mauricio Rufi have the style. What I really like, like he's straight, he's standing like very straight, and he's watching all these things and thinking really strategically, precisely. But the Chandler is a warrior. You know, this is what I like. These types of fight.
And do you think Chandler will have a different kind of a motivation for this fight because of what it means to fight at the White House? I like to pick the mental
For
side of
sure,
things, like
yeah,
right,
for sure, yeah, yeah,
so
for sure.
symbolic,
America,
right?
yeah, so symbolic, yeah, yeah, yeah. National Day, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. All right, very cool. So who do you think wins?
Let the better win. Every man, every time, let the better win. Let the better win. Right now, I believe a little bit more to roofing,
Okay.
but let's see if Chandler will surprise. And yeah, that's the same.
Or
That's the same like Gaethje versus Topuria. Yeah,
mm,
everybody, and for sure, everybody like thinks like Topuria will be will be the one who will handle the fight. But let's see if if the Gaethje can and he knows how to surprise. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. How do you think Gage can make his way into Topuria? Like, do you think
Waiting.
first do you think the size difference will play a factor?
Who in a Topuria is smaller
Yeah.
for sure, but he know how to generate a huge power from his like small body from from this turn of the body. So yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Look, and now this this is for the very very big moment for Brazil and for MMA with Alex going for a third belt. You fought Alex. You've been there with him. How do you see this fight playing out against Ciryl Gane? Like, do you really think Ciryl Gane, with all that movement and everything, it's a big threat for Alex, or you think Alex can get it done?
You know, I like uh, Alex. I think Alex can do that for sure, for sure. But let's see how he will handle the heavyweight, because I think that it's another is another level when you just training with the heavyweight and you are doing these exercises and you are heavy, but he didn't born like he didn't fought his whole career as a heavyweight, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So he right now he needs to little make changes, and let's see how these changes he can show under most the biggest pressure, especially with a real heavyweight hitter as a
Okay.
Ghana.
Okay. If you had to pick a winner, not the better man, like if you had to pick one, if you had to pick one, they
But yeah,
have this fight very close, very close. So if they come to you and say, Mr. Prochazka, you have to pick one, who would you pick?
I will pick Alex Pereira.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm confident now. I like that better.
He went he went a long way, like long way for this fight and for this like third belt.
I think Alex was 117 kilos when he arrived in Washington, D.C. He's probably going to be
Yeah,
fighting 114. It's probably like literally probably like 4 kilos or so more than like
yeah,
when he fought you, for example, right? Because
yeah,
he will cut
yeah,
down and bounce back up. Big guys.
yeah, yeah.
Do you think those 4 or 5 kilos will impose that much of a difference on movement and cardio and
Yes,
everything? Yes.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
but because it is not too much, it's not too much. It's just like 4 kilos. Everybody say like 4 kilos. No, we as the fighters, I will speak just by myself.
Of course.
As I feel every half of the kilogram. So this is
Oh,
like
okay.
even the smallest little bit up. I feel it in the punches. I feel it in a movement everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Look, go finish your training, go back to your family. Thank you so much for doing this. I love those
Thank
little
you.
chat we have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope you have a great weekend, a great camp. As soon as we have some solid news, I'll reach
Yeah,
out so maybe we can chat about a fight that's coming up.
for sure. For sure.
All
Stay
right. Thank
strong.
you very
See you.
much, my friend. Stay strong. Thank you so much.
See
I
ya.
appreciate you, man. Thank you.